options, or openness, wealth, time, and tomorrow I'll be talking about age. So T could also be your team. How do you lead your team? And your team is not just your colleagues. What about your family, your siblings, your children? That's also a team. And so how do you lead your team? I think putting priorities also matters when you want to do that. And we just need to focus on how do other people want to be treated. This is something very important I learned from my mentors, one of my mentors, John Maxwell. How do other people want to be treated? Sometimes we look in terms of the way we want to be treated, which is good. It's a good thing to want others, treat others the way we want to be treated, but how about how they want to be treated? And this comes up a lot, especially when you're dealing with different personalities. I touched on this a little bit in relationships. When you're dealing with different personalities, it's going to make a difference on how you interact with the different people. So I see some people have joined. Thank you for joining. It's nice to know that I'm not by myself. And so T, I talked earlier about time, choosing priorities. And also now I'm talking about your team. One thing that can also help when you have a growth mindset is what can you teach? So I'm using T quite a bit. What can you teach? We each have something special. You have something unique to just you that you can share. Just like I'm sharing now my thoughts on time and priorities. Not saying that you have to go live. I'm doing this because I want to. But you can teach somebody maybe next to you, maybe your family member. In fact, you may already be teaching those around you without even realizing it, because people are watching and they're looking up to you. They're thinking, oh, this person is very good at this. And the interesting thing is, you may not even know that you are influencing other people the way that you are. And you may not know or realize how good you are at something until somebody tells you, oh, you're really good at this. I'll give you an example. Earlier, like in May, I took part in a drama. Just for the fun of it, it seemed like a nice thing to do, and I just wanted to improve. It's all part of my self-improvement. I wanted to get better at being comfortable in front of an audience, because I'm a professional speaker. So constantly practicing. Oh, hey, Anupam, thanks. Influence through behavior is also teaching. That's absolutely right. So, yes. Okay, so this is confession. This is new territory for me. I'm still learning how to do all this live. So just bear with me. Oh, thanks, Anupam. Thing is, I'm on 3 different phones, and I'm going like 1, 2, 3. I think I'm on like 8 platforms right now. So just bear with me. But so I took part in this drama just for the fun of it. And something that came out of it was, I was told, oh, you're very good at facial expressions. Not something that was on my radar, not something I was thinking about, but I learned that I'm pretty good at making facial expressions, which is very good for me as a speaker, as a professional speaker. And so people will let you know, people, as you interact with other people, you start to find out even more about yourself. And hopefully you're open to learning more about yourself, raising your self-awareness, and that way you can know yourself even better. You know more of your skills, know more of your talents and abilities. We are on a journey, learning. It's never ending. I don't care how old you are. My mentor, I look up to him quite a bit, and he is always saying, I'm learning. He's 75, maybe? I need to find out his age. I forgot his age, but he's in his 70s. And he's saying, I'm still a student. That's John Maxwell. He says, I'm still a student. I'm still learning. And so we have to constantly be learning, constant improvement. We keep getting better and better. And so this is a learning process for me as well. I'm learning. Well, I need to put my priorities in order. I don't always do it right, but I'm getting there. And the first time you do anything is probably the worst that you'll be at it. So when I started learning how to do live streams like I'm doing now, the first time I did it, it was a disaster. Maybe it's still a disaster, but I think I'm getting better. I think I'm getting better at it. So let's see what will happen in a month's time. The thing is, we got to stick at it. We got to keep going. Got to stick at it. That's the hardest part, sticking at it, because things will come up. I wanted to stay in bed and sleep because I'm still jet lagged. I said, okay. And that's why sometimes, like yesterday was almost midnight before I did my live. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta get up here and do this. So anyway, today I talked about 3 things now. I talked about time. Time management is more of priority management. I talked about T as your team. How are you interacting with your team? Are you treating people the way they want to be treated as opposed to how you want to be treated? And also, the last bit I talked about is who can you teach? What can you teach? You're teaching anyways. That's because whether you know it or not, you're teaching something. So hopefully you're teaching something that's good, that's beneficial, that some people can learn from. And I've been learning a lot from the different groups I belong to. I'm part of Toastmasters. I learn a lot from Toastmasters. I'm on my 10th year. Can't believe it. I'm part of BNI, which is the Business Network International, part of Lions International, part of the Bahrain Businesswomen, part of Migrant Workers Protection Society. I'm part of the American Chamber of Commerce. I'm part of quite a few organizations because I enjoy interaction, I enjoy learning, I enjoy meeting people, learning, and so it's a journey, it's an amazing journey. It's so much more to come. So, thank you for joining. I see quite a few people have joined. Thank you. I'm still trying to figure out how to interact with people on live. I'm not really sure, but like I said, I'm getting better. At least I think I am. At least I think I am. So thank you, and let's continue learning about growth. You can make up your own acronym, by the way. So for me, growth, when I want to grow, I'm looking at G for gratitude. I'm looking at relationships, the relationships I have with people, relationship I have with myself, that for R. O is openness, opportunities. W, I talked yesterday about wealth. How do you define wealth? Is it just materials? Sometimes it's the people around you can make you wealthy. And then today I'm talking about T, which could be time or priority management, your team, and also teaching, your talents, sharing your talents. So H, what are we going to talk about H? You'll have to find out tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm going to be on, but I will be on. So this is a challenge that I'm going through, a challenge in a good way. So help me get comfortable with going live. How do you do it? One step at a time. So thank you for joining and see you next time.